her, and she is not going to be stopped. 30 seconds into this match, Sarah Goss, the number 5, gets 5.
That's just great knowledge there from the captain, Sarah Goss, to take that quick tap. She caught the South African defence off guard. She was still running back to get on side. And it's the experience that comes with, the knowledge in the game. Put the ball on the ground, tap it, off you go. The space is there, and there's no stopping Goss once she's in the clear.
One of the best exponents to turning the ball over, Sarah Goss, in the game of rugby. That's what it means to her. Her first points on the Gold Coast 2018.
Big smile on the face on the woman on screen.
How good is it, though, when you get your first dot in the tournament? It's always nice.
Especially a workhorse like Goss. She doesn't get as much credit for what she really does on the field. She works so hard and deserves the points.
Nathan Wong with the kickoff again, contested by Portia Woodman. Tap back to Goss, who gives it back to Nathan Wong in a sweeper. Kelly Brazier comes back in support. They bounce back to blind where Goss is standing. The dummy there from Fitzpatrick, and now they get it out to Portia Woodman, who just high steps out of it. Weak tackle from South Africa. Portia Woodman gets her 4th of this tournament.
Not a bad stat to have there. 4 tries in 2 games for Woodman. It was a nice little sacrifice pass there from her centre, but South Africa just didn't stick that tackle. She needed to get shoulders on if you're going to get someone like Portia Woodman on the ground. She was just grabbing with her arms and slid straight off. Someone like Portia Woodman, she's going to break those tackles any day.
Definitely needing a shoulder on Portia Woodman. Arms just not enough to get the job done. Stop the Portia Woodman train at the moment. Conversion off to uprights, unfortunately, for Nathan Wong, but New Zealand already out to a commanding 12-0 lead. Bunting just mulling over things. Still know there's going to be a lot of challenges to come. For the 3rd time in this game, Nathan Wong is going to get us restarted. A bit long this time, so it's going to be easy to take for South Africa. Good hit, though, by Sarah Goss. Mokwai. Look at the pressure at the breakdown from New Zealand, but Grain's able to get it out. They go to the midfield, shape to kick, and they turn Michaela Blythe around. Good speed on the outside. Unfortunately, just goes over the touchline.
She had the right idea there, the kicker. Saw that the sweeper for New Zealand was on the far right-hand side, and there was lots of space there for her chaser, but it just fell into touch. Unlucky.
Yeah, Webb there putting that nice kick through. Unfortunately, just took a wicked bounce to the right. Otherwise, Ruse was in front of that race. Goes back to the 7, nice and high. Good throw by Nathan Wong on the money. Brazier with good clean ball. They're going to go across and bow back the blind behind. No, they go to Fitzpatrick. I thought they were going to go behind. It's a nice setup. Bounce back the blind again, and now they have numbers where Woodman's patrolling it. Looking for the cutters, Goss, and it gives it late. The pressure ball. Getting it right on that occasion there, Tiana.
No, and Woodman just put her hand up. She probably came under a little bit too early for Goss. Just needed to hold that split second on the outside before she switched under.
What's the secret to making a good late cut like this? I mean, Goss probably looking for a little bit earlier.
Well, you've got to look for that 3rd and 4th defender from the outside to see who switched off. If they haven't switched off, then just carry it, draw in the 2 defenders, and then play from there with width.
Crouch. Bind.
Opportunity now for South Africa to have some ball deep within their own half, though. Only 10 metres out from their 22. Good pressure at the base on Nathan Wong, and she turns it over now. If they can manipulate it, they've got the numbers. Williams takes it forward. The late cut for Michaela Blythe. Thought she sort of stayed on the outside. Williams had actually got on the outside of the defender. Just nullify that by coming in the late cut.
Williams definitely had the right idea there, trying to put Blythe into space. I think Blythe got a bit itchy feet and just wanted to cut under and get through that gap, but she should have stayed out wide. There was 30 metres of space to play with, and with pace to burn like you do with her, she would have been away.
Oh, I've seen that face on Noel Williams before. She is not happy. Michaela Blythe would just run straight past it. So my bad. New Zealand getting South Africa off. Not the clinical performance they had in the first game. A couple of mistakes back-to-back, so South Africa need to find something here. Good scrum on this occasion, but pressured again by Nathan Wong, doing great at the base of that scrum coming through. Goss with another tackle in this game.
Lost.
Penalty, South Africa. They really did need that. Good defence from Woodman coming in. They leave their ball alone. Set up their defence. There's a little bit of a hole on the inside, but Nathan Wong comes in.
No.
Makes a nice tackle too. No sweeper for New Zealand as Wong's in the ruck. Good tackle. The offensive one from Portia Woodman. Turnover from Niall Williams. Now they get into their work doing New Zealand. It's a 2-on-1 here if they can get it there. Easy as you please. Now Michaela Bly stays on the outside, but good distribution and a good turnover to break down by New Zealand.
That's where that try originated from. There was the turnover at the breakdown from Williams. She was straight over that ball. Awesome technique, and then the money ball from Brazier just to get it on the outside of the defender in the hands of Blyde. And Blyde was just cruising in second gear there. Plenty of space to run with.
Well, it's just basic skills executed well, isn't it? We've got that try there. Good work at the breakdown. And this lady here, well, she is the reigning World Sevens Women's Player of the Year, Michaela Bly, only 22 years of age too. Same age as you, Tiana, actually.
Yeah, she's impressive.
This conversion there on the Bly try. New Zealand push it out to 17-0. Even though the clock has gone down to 0, there will be time for a kick-off. New Zealand been very good in this department because of this young woman right here, Nathan Wong, has been brilliant getting this on the mark. The woman's going to go up and contest, and again she wins another one. Brilliant work from Portia Woodman. Gail Broughton onto the field for New Zealand. Goes on the outside. So good with her footwork and so strong too. Gail Broughton. Now, will she back herself on the outside? You betcha she will. She has come off the bench and done a job. Gail Broughton.
What an impact from Broughton. That's your job when you're an impact player coming off the bench. You've got the fresh legs. You need to inject something, whether it's in defense or in attack. And that's exactly what she did. She got on the outside of the centre, looked to pass to Blyde, who was there in support, but broke that tackle and she's away. She's another one with pace. So much speed across the board with this New Zealand team.
Getting that ball into that space you were talking about. Just a little hesitation made Eloise Webb just stretch. She had players coming up in the form of Blyde, but in the end, Gail Broughton didn't need her. And New Zealand will go to the halftime break with a very good lead. It's always nice to put a high five on top.
Yes, New Zealand making easy with
Goss out to Portia Woman with a little space on the outside. The freeze on the defender. Mokwai won't even touch her. Has a little peek at the big screen, does Portia Woodman as she jogs. Another try in. Number 5 in the second game for Portia Woodman. She's getting a boo, but it's because she wants a rest. Oh, well, 2 of us got 5 tries.
She wants a breather. Another great finish there for Woodman. The South African defence were just drifting a little too hard and needed to nullify that before she got the ball because they know she's so dangerous. Even with 1 metre of space, 2 metres of space, as she just ran through there.
You're getting booed here. There's the reaction. Gives the wave to the family on the side. Conversion this time successful for Nathan Wong. Portia Woodman's night is over by the looks of it.
I think she's done enough. What do you think? 5 tries in 2 games.
No, she probably won 3 more. Nathan Wong will come this side of the field where Shakira Baker's onto the field for New Zealand, replacing Portia Woodman, but it's the same result. A win at the kickoff time. Nathan Wong has been on point in that department for New Zealand on day 1. Now Williams goes on the outside. Williams with a bit of gas. Niall Williams will shred them on the outside. Too easy.
Williams' 3rd try for this evening. She's been all around the field tonight. She's been in the ruck. She's been making big shoulder contact tackles. And she's bagged 3 tries in total for herself. She's such a workhorse, Williams.
She's one of those players, though, isn't she, Tiana, that you have to have in your team. She does all the dirty work. She does all the easy stuff, makes the hard stuff look easy. Yeah. She's one of those crafters everyone needs.
Yeah, absolutely. And she's not one that gets a lot of credit. She's not like one of the big superstars, the likes of Portia Woodman and Michaela Blythe, that score all the points and get all the recognition. But she is definitely a massive part of the foundation of this New Zealand side.
Great to see Elena Saeli, the young 19-year-old who got called into the squad when Ruby Tui couldn't play for this Black Ferns 7's team, onto the field for her debut. Another kickoff, this time taken by South Africa, but again under pressure. Not quite doing great long plays, but just marched over the ball was Shakira Baker, turning it over. Unfortunately, just a little knock on.
Yeah.
A reprieve somewhat for South Africa. Shakira Baker, the Olympian in Rio. I think in this tournament, you just can't have a good starting 7. You have to have a deep bench too, don't you?
Yeah, you've got to have impact players that can play across the board. You can't just rely on the 7 players.
Both of you must get the
It's too hard to play
Allow
14
that.
minutes 6 times.
Crouch.
See what South Africa can do once again. 5 metres away from their 22. They spoke about getting depth on attack, so let's see if they can conjure up something here. Nathan Wong there offside. To come back. Paul Delport, former Blitzbokker member himself. Hard day at the office, day 1 for him. Doing a great job with his young woman, though, only still growing in their country. It's always tough when you first start out, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. And I think he's been a real pioneer for the South African women's team.
Across field a little bit laterally at the start. Looked like they were all ready to chase a kick, but it never came. Good work getting back, though, but I got to send 4 into that breakdown. So there's not many people available. Tough pass. Gail Broughton. A little bit of a push. They're probably lucky to get away with
Take
that.
it back over.
A bit sloppy there from South Africa.
They spoke about it in the halftime huddle, just having respect for the ball, clearing it out of the way.
Yeah.
That pass just went a little bit too far over the head. The player was probably standing a little bit too deep than she should have been. Needed to be a little wider from the scrum as well to give options and create opportunities for her attacking side.
Yeah, Mokwai there just dropping their ball. She's been good at the kickoff for South Africa. 1 of 3 that they have received. Big number 2.
Okay, cool. Just drop back.
Tanika Willison's going to come on in jersey 12, replacing Nathan Wong. Need to get a very tough place to defend, isn't it, here, Tiana? Midfield scrum.
Set.
Go left here, Will, New Zealand. There's that left foot step. Second one there from Kelly Brazier. Defence non-existent, and the South Africans unhappy. Fair enough, two left foot steps from Kelly Brazier.
She really tears defence up with that left foot, doesn't she? They don't expect it. Most players bounce off their right foot, but Brazier, lots of tricks this one. Such an evasive player, and a well-deserved 5 points there. But so hard for South Africa to defend 5 metres on their try line when they've defended majority of this game.
Good shot of her too, just how hard it is to stop Kelly Brazier at ground level at full speed. Nathan Wong still wanting more from her team. Less than a minute to go. Listen to get us restarted again. This won't go the 10. First time in this game. So South Africa finally will be able to hopefully get into New Zealand's half. Really haven't been able to employ the attacking game plan whatsoever. Stadler on the ball. Put off. Take to go right now. They come back to left. Nice pass there, but unfortunately, once again, just not taken by Mokwai.
So knock on into touch, what would you like? You want scrum? Scrum.
Mokwai just needed to get the targets up, get her hands up in front. That was a beautiful bullet ball there. So nice through the air, and she just had her hands out rather than up in front of her chest, ready to catch it on the fly.
Approach.
Can New Zealand flash it one more time?
5, set.
Final hooter has gone. Wilson with the clean feet. Out to Broughton. A step from Broughton again, puts on the foot. Now it's cleaned up nicely by Ruse.
No advantage.
And no advantage there for the knock-on. There's the final whistle. And the second game in Pool A where New Zealand will go through pretty happy. They take a good win, 41 points to 0 over South Africa.